I just wanted to share my rule to live by, which is learn from your mistakes. So when I was in middle school, my mom had me in the kitchen, and I was helping her make some cornbread. And I was reading the recipe, and she was doing her own thing. And I read the recipe as a quarter cup instead of a quarter teaspoon. So I put in a quarter cup of salt instead of a quarter teaspoon of salt, and mixed it all up and put it in the pan, and then we stuck it in the oven. And then I went to lick the bowl. You know how you sometimes do that? And it tasted really, really bad. So then I said, Mom, that doesn't taste right. So she came over and she looked, and she asked me how much salt I put in because it tasted really salty, and I told her I put in a quarter cup. Well, we went and looked at the recipe, and it actually said a quarter teaspoon. Hello. Anyway, the moral of the story is to learn from your mistakes. Well, I learned to make sure I double check every time I make something to make sure that I'm putting in the right amount, so I don't end up with salty cornbread that has to be thrown out because, nobody could eat it. So there's my rule to live by. But another way I learned from my mistakes is, like in school, I can remember a time when I had gotten back a paper and I had made a D on it. Oh my goodness, it was the end of the world. Anyway, so I asked the guy next to me, his name was Adam, how I was supposed to do it. And he showed me step by step what I was supposed to do. And guess what? I learned how to do it. But if I had only made one little mistake, but I had repeated that mistake on every single problem. So after he explained it to me and I learned from my mistakes, I was able to redo that paper, and guess what? I did really well on it, and I learned something. So learning from your mistakes is my motto, my rule to live by. Thanks, guys.
Hey, this is Coach Ball. My rule to live by is no shortcuts, work hard. This rule is not just for sports or academics, but for everyday life. There are no shortcuts to real success. Shortcuts usually lead to disappointments rather than success.
This is Miss Rogers. My rule to live by is to always stay positive and to put a filter on. Your day will always be better if you look at it through a positive lens.
Rule to live by.
My rule to live by is never miss an opportunity to be yourself. Okay, the reason this is my rule to live by is no matter what people say or what people do, don't ever change yourself and who you are. Always be yourself, and if people don't like it, then find someone else that does like it.
Hey guys, it's Miss Harrell. My rule to live by is that you have to try. It doesn't matter if things are getting difficult or if you think that you're tired. It doesn't matter that you have obstacles or letdowns. You have to try. If you don't push yourself, you're never going to know how much you can accomplish.
My rule to live by is a smile is free but often priceless. And kind of what that means is when you smile at someone, it releases tension and you never know how that's going to affect their day.
This is Miss Montgomery. There is no such thing as failure, only learning experiences. If you don't succeed at something, you have learned from that, and the next time you'll be more successful because you will take what you've learned and make that a positive experience for what you're going to do in the future.
You may not have control over the challenges that come your way, but you do have control over how you react and overcome.
I'm Miss Sutton, and my rule to live by is happiness is found along the way, not at the end of the road. This is my rule to live by because you don't want to just think about your goal, you want to think about the fun things that happen while you're trying to get to your goal.
Hey guys, it's Miss Reese. My rule to live by is dream big. My dad always told me to dream big because everything starts with a dream. So I've got to see my dad work really hard to see his dreams come true. And now he gets to enjoy some good things in life because he worked so hard early on. And it's just stuck with me that if we do some tough things now and maybe see things that we don't want to do as just a step in the road to get to where we want to be, then it's not that big of a deal. And that works for me in anything that I do at school, at home, where I've started some new things at school where people have told me no a couple of times, but I keep persevering. And I know that like maybe starting the mentor program was something that was going to be a lot of hard work, but it would be good and pay off in the end. So I just dream big, and I don't take no for an answer for a couple of times, and I work really hard to get my dreams come true. One of the main reasons I wanted to become a counselor was to help students find their dreams, because I think everything starts with a dream, and if I can help you find your dream and get rid of some roadblocks in the way, maybe you can realize your dreams and become really successful in whatever you want to do, whatever your dream is.